Texas Lutheran University is profiling 2019-20 senior student athletes with one-on-one video interviews over the next few months. Our 15th senior interview is with Evan Skaar of TLU men's golf. Evan's a four-year letter winner on the men's golf team, and he played in the top 5 this past season. He is a May 2020 graduate of Texas Lutheran University. Evan, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.
Evan, we have 5 questions for you today. So here we go. Here's number 1. Your dad is a Texas Lutheran alum. What role did he play in you coming to TLU? And what was it like going to the university your father attended?
So it was actually kind of his idea. I was just applying to different places and none of them really fit me. And then he was like jokingly, apply to TLU. And so I did and got accepted. And then after that, it's just, here we are 4 years later. And it was really cool to come here, especially after his attendance. He worked in Seguin after, so he knows Coach Tran. And then there was just different professors that I had that he also had back in the day. And so it was really cool just meeting those different people throughout the 4 years here and people that just knew him.
Tell us your dad's name and what year did he graduate?
His name was Evan Skaar, and he graduated in 1986.
Okay.
And also played golf here.
Yeah, and you were not the only golfer to have a father that went to TLU and played golf at TLU. Your teammates, Connor Tran, of course, with head coach H.C. Tran, and Nathan Haley, and Andrew Kramer, whose dad, Brett, was, very close friends with a lot of the golfers. And so all your dads attended TLU and were close to the golf team, if not players themselves. What did that camaraderie add to your TLU experience?
Well, it was pretty cool just having those connections. At least for me, I didn't know any of them before coming here. I think Nathan and Andrew kind of knew each other, but it was just really cool to have that same connection and just be able to look back at that as well.
When did you first fall in love with the game of golf, and what has the game taught you about life and growing into adulthood?
I don't remember when I first started playing. My dad's now a golf pro up in Minnesota, and so I've been playing since I guess I could walk. I didn't really take it seriously until 7th or 8th grade, and so after that I just fell in love with it and just the challenge that it is. There's so many different facets to the game. Like each little thing can affect so much other stuff, and it's a very mental game, which is some of the struggle that I had in my career, but it was just a lot of fun to be able to do that and work every day to get closer to hopefully winning a conference championship, and each tournament every week as well. So I really learned a lot about myself and how I could just be a better person every day.
Tell us about your majors at TLU, and did you have a favorite class at TLU, particularly these later years as you really honed in on your major?
So I did business administration, and I did 2 specializations, management and marketing. And I also did a minor in computer information systems. And I'd say my most favorite classes were supply chain management and operations management, which I both took in the last year and a half. And I like those just because that's what's kind of set me up for the future. I didn't really, even a year ago, I still wasn't sure what specific area of business I wanted to go into. But after taking those classes with Dr. Lutzy, it was really something that turned out to interest me more than anything else has during my time in school.
So what will those, I anticipate your job is going to be along those lines, or you would like your job to be along those lines. What kind of jobs are those? And describe the epitome of your favorite job you could get.
So I've been applying to logistics jobs, which an example of that would be what UPS or FedEx does, just transportation and all that. I've also applied for buying and purchasing jobs, just to, for an example, I have I've had interviews with HEB and Labatt Foods in their purchasing department to try to, and that would be just working each day to find the best prices, find the best socially accepted companies and all that stuff. So haven't heard back from anything permanent yet, but we're still working on it.
And it sounds like you'd like to stay in this area for a little bit.
Yeah, I've really come to like this San Antonio area, and so that's my plan as of now, is just to keep working or find a job and then keep on working here and see what happens in the future.
I was always impressed with you guys on the golf team. You're always one of the most tight-knit bunches among our athletic programs. You guys not only play together, study together, but you live together, a lot of you guys. How many of you guys live together, and what was that arrangement like?
So there was, 8 of us total. There was 5 of us from the golf team, mostly all of the upperclassmen. And so it was a lot of fun just throughout this last year. We, like you said, practiced together, lived together, basically all had the same type of classes. So it was just really cool to form that bond together. And so and that also helped us on the course as well, just being able to always just know everyone so well, which was a lot different than in the past years, I would guess. We were very close this year. And
I know it had to be hard to not get a chance to play for that conference title. When did you kind of wrap your head around the fact that your season was over?
We got back from that South Carolina tournament, and the next day we had class, and that's when we found out that Trinity had canceled their sports for the rest of the year. But we still held hope that after the 2 weeks of spring break, that something could happen, or maybe we could make something, or maybe something could get worked out. But I would say it was probably at the end of March when that finally began to set in.
And then your classes online, I'm guessing the rest of the way. And what was that experience like?
It was harder for me. I would say I like to be more in person and like see all the professors, see friends every day. And it was harder for me to work online and just have that motivation. But all the professors that I had really made it work together well, and we were able to get through it all together.
It's been a challenging and difficult time in a variety of areas, a variety of ways. But we thank you for everything you did for TLU and your time at TLU. We're very proud of you, and we thank you for visiting with us today.
Yes, thanks for having me.